According to some reports on Quora, a nurse who was present during the birth of Archie, son of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, has claimed that Harry used an entire canister of laughing gas while Meghan was in labour. The nurse, who wishes to remain anonymous, stated that such behaviour shows a lack of self-control on Harry's part. The use of laughing gas during labour is not common practice in the United States, where the nurse currently works, and is also not used in the United Kingdom either, where the nurse worked at the time of Archie's birth. The nurse expressed concern about the use of a substance prescribed to the mother in a hospital, stating that in such a scenario Child Protective Services would be called and concern would be raised about the child being sent home with the parent. In his memoir, Harry claims to have used laughing gas during Archie's birth and even boasts about consuming the entire canister, leaving none for Meghan. The nurse described this behaviour as sad and questioned why a man would feel the need to use gas to get through the birth of his first child. Furthermore, the nurse expressed scepticism about the birth story provided by the couple, stating that there were too many discrepancies and that it seemed more likely that they were using the gas and laughing while a surrogate gave birth. The nurse also pointed out that Harry's behaviour during the birth was not typical of a first-time father, but others pointed out that laughing gas wasn't used in OB. The Sussex baby was expected in April, but April came and went without a baby. Then, at around 2 p.m. on May the 6th, the palace announced the happy news. Meghan had entered labour in the early hours of the morning. Social media and the press were ablaze, not only in Britain but across the whole world. Then, around 40 minutes later, a second announcement from the palace. The baby was born at 5:26 in the morning. Wait, now everyone was confused. This meant that when the palace made the first announcement, the baby was already born. He was 8 hours old. Why had the palace made it sound as if Meghan was still in labour? The palace has handled many royal births, and its announcements tend to be flawless. Why the shiftiness this time? More strangeness was yet to come. Later it emerged that when the palace made the announcements, Meghan was not even in the hospital anymore. And almost 4 years later, Harry disclosed in his memoir that 2 hours after giving birth, Meghan was back home in Windsor. It's only a short distance, around 27 miles, between London and Windsor. They made the trip by car, according to Harry. That's a 50-minute drive. It means Meghan left the hospital an hour after giving birth. Mothers usually stay in the hospital for 24 hours or more. If everything is going great, perhaps they can leave after 6. Royal biographers like Katie Nicholl and Robert Lacey have written that the Sussexes were secretive about the pregnancy and birth, even with the royals and the palace. And the Duke of Sussex finally confirmed years later in 2023 that he didn't text anyone from the hospital, and that we were behind closed doors before the announcement was released. That would account for the palace's uncharacteristically jumbled announcements. After months of rumours that Meghan was faking a pregnancy, the royal birth came in secrecy and without any witnesses. To this day, the Sussexes have not released the name of the doctors who attended the Duchess. The only known witness of Archie's birth is Prince Harry.